Pop Culture is Dumb. Hosted by Zack Eagles and Jackson Miller.
Welcome to Pop Culture is Dumb. I'm your host, Zack Eagles, and with me, as always, is Jackson Miller. Jackson!
Merry Christmas,
Merry
everybody.
Christmas, everybody. Today we are breaking down the best Christmas movies ever made. And boy, is it a doozy.
It was a tough, man, we argued for days and days and days.
Figuring out the top, 16 that we
narrowing
have
it down
here?
from our initial list of 374 was just...
It was crazy.
A lot of blood, sweat,
It took
and
a
tears.
long time, but we finally got it, folks. These are your 16 best Christmas movies ever made of all time.
That's very definitive.
Yeah, you have to be.
This is going to be the definitive... Like all those other lists you find online about top 50 Christmas movies ever.
Jokes. They
Once
stole
this
from
podcast
ours.
comes out, yeah.
They all stole from our list.
They clearly lifted from our list.
So let us break it down a little bit. We have our bracket, which you can find online. Want to put it? We could put it on our website or something.
It'll be in the blog post at our website, www.popcultureisdumb.com.
How's that website coming, by the way? You've been working on it, haven't you?
Better than last time.
Good.
Better than last time.
Still not great.
It's
but
still online. You know, it hasn't been taken down yet, and it seems I update it when we post the pod. I'll update it, and I'll probably start putting some more content on there soon. I have some ideas for stuff that I haven't actually talked with you yet, but we'll see.
Okay,
we'll see.
Nice.
When stuff starts showing up. No, you probably don't even look at it, so I could probably just sneak stuff on there.
Well, don't do that. Yeah. So let's start with our first matchup we got here. Christmas Vacation.
I give you the Griswold family Christmas tree.
Versus Jingle All the Way.
You want a Turbo Man for Christmas?
Forget it. I'm not going to sit in your lap.
This is clearly the big heavy hitters bracket. One of these would both be number one seeds if we'd seeded this out.
Do you think so? Really?
It's not even a doubt in my mind. Because when families gather around and they think, okay, it's Christmas Eve, but what are we going to watch? You know, everybody's in town.
The first thing everybody thinks of is Christmas
Jingle All the
Vacation,
Way. Yeah,
obviously.
Of course. Yeah. Oh,
and then Jingle All the Way.
Well, I have it in that reverse
Arnold.
order, but you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, they're good, and that's the problem. We did not seed this bracket, so you'll find a couple.
Now we were kind of talking about this. Well, first of all, neither one of us know the other one's bracket. Let's start with that.
That's true. That's
so,
true. We've not pre-planned who wins what.
No, but we have kind of talked about these movies a little bit, and you said right before we started recording, actually, that Jingle All the Way, you watched it a lot as a kid.
I did watch it a lot as a kid.
And I did too.
For some reason.
I don't know why.
Maybe despite the quality of the movie.
Watched it all the time.
But it was Arnold was, he was big when we were a kid doing his
he's still
family
big.
friend. Well, yeah.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah, he's a little softer now, though.
And I can't believe I'm saying this, but Christmas Vacation I probably saw once or twice as a kid. So I had a very vague memory of it when I started looking at this bracket, filling it out, and it just so happened to be on TV like 3 days ago. So I watched it, and it's hilarious.
I believe, I think I'd watched it. I think it was last year's Christmas Eve movie.
Yeah.
Something like that. Because it wasn't one that I grew up watching. I'd seen it as a kid, and most of it just went over my head.
It's just got so many moments that you've always heard everybody talk about that are just so funny. Yeah. And when you actually watch it, it's great.
Yeah, it's still. I think it still holds up for the most part. It's definitely actually, and we can just go ahead and say it's going to win this round.
It's going to win.
Jingle All the Way was kind of a last minute scratch that we had to throw on there.
Yeah,
which we like. Christmas is in that movie, right? It's about getting a toy.
Yeah. I mean, when you think of Christmas, you think of Jingle All the Way.
Exactly. I mean, yeah, sure, and it'll be a dark, sad, cold Christmas without it. But
well, let's get into our next little segment here.
We're going to go on the flip side of the bracket?
No, let's just keep going down right there.
Down the line. All right.
So, you want to introduce this one?
All right, we have Elf.
Okay, people, tomorrow morning, 10 a.m., Santa's coming to town.
Oh my God! Santa here? I know him.
Going up against Charlie Brown Christmas.
Yeah.
I don't know, Charlie Brown. Remember what Lucy said? This doesn't seem to fit the modern spirit. I don't care. We'll decorate it, and it'll be just right for our play.
This is a pretty good little matchup.
It's an interesting matchup.
Because Charlie Brown Christmas, when we were kids, was always on. And now it seems like Elf is the movie that is always on around Christmas for kids.
I don't quite understand why. Charlie Brown Christmas, now they usually play it like once a year, and it's
Yeah.
usually a couple of weeks before Christmas.
Right.
They'll make it like, oh, it's the network special, but they kind of just dump it. USA and everybody just throw Elf on all the time. when
Oh,
it's
yeah.
Between it and one of the other movies on this list we'll get to a little bit later, it is just the constant movie.
And Elf was what? What year do you think that was? I
If I were to guess, I would say 08?
No way.
20...
There's no way. I didn't look it up, but there's no way. It has to be like 04, 05.
Is it? Okay.
It has to be.
I'm getting to be an old man, and I'm getting bad with my time frames. I'm gonna ramble while you look it up, because I'm really curious.
I don't know. I'm scared to look it up.
As far as it is, you're about to feel real old.
Let's see.
You can look up how old Charlie Brown Christmas is. That's probably a little older than
Now that's probably very old.
Yeah, like 04 or something like that. You know?
Oh my gosh. Elf 03.
03. Okay,
Yeah.
well, oh boy, I thought that was like a new movie.
Like what? 6 years old?
Yeah, I was like, oh man, has Elf haven't been out long enough to make an all-time list? No, it's okay.
Now
Decade old.
I put Elf through on this round because.
Ooh.
Why are you looking at me like that?
All right. No, it's man. Charlie
Yeah.
Brown Christmas is a classic.
I know.
You know?
And people are going to kill me for it, but
Let me tell you a little story
okay.
about how much Charlie Brown Christmas means to me and my family.
Don't cry.
Every year, when we were kids and everybody lived at home, we would go, and we were a family that does a big natural Christmas tree. We get the real trees.
Yeah.
We'd go and get a tree that was usually a little too big for the house. We stick in the living room, and kids would be happy. As we got a little older and we started moving out of the house, every year we go back and see it. We've progressively had a more and more what is referred to as a Charlie Brown Christmas tree.
Mm-hmm.
As it is bare and needles fall off, and usually by Christmas it's a little bit grayed out.
Yeah,
you can kind of see right through it. I don't have any connection like that with Elf. I don't have those good Christmas memories that come back.
Yeah, but if you think about it like this, everybody does that Charlie Brown Christmas tree, like gets the pathetic one. So all the good looking ones, they're the ones that are left. Those are the sad ones.
I don't quite buy this.
I just like Elf. I thought it was funny.
That was fun. As far as Will Ferrell
Charlie
movies
Brown
go.
Christmas doesn't make me laugh. If you don't make me laugh, you're out of there.
That's all right. And
that's my criteria.
We'll play the like rubber chicken noise,
Yeah.
whatever that would be, and the whoopee cushion sound effects. I'm okay with that. I like Charlie Brown Christmas. Elf is, if it's something that's on, I will watch
Elf
it.
is sort of the modern classic. I mean,
that pains me to hear it. But looking at the list, you might very well be right.
all right, let's keep
Elf
moving.
wins. Yeah, I'll go with Elf.
You're going with Elf too? Okay.
I'll vote for Elf. I'm
Okay.
not. That's not what I'm going to fight on.
We already know it's going to lose to Christmas Vacation, so it doesn't matter.
It's in a tough conference, I guess.
Okay, let's just keep going down the line a little bit. So our next matchup is Home Alone.
Are you here all alone?
I'm 8 years old. You think I'd be here alone? I don't think so.
versus Bad Santa.
Ho, ho, ho. Your pal, Santa.
I don't like Bad Santa.
What?
I don't like Bad Santa.
That really is shocking, actually. I thought you would say
know,
you love it.
It's all right. It's somebody I like. Him being mean to kids. Like it's one of my favorite things to watch and to do. But Bad Santa's fine. But I think Home Alone. I have more childhood memories with Home Alone. That was an iconic movie.
Now, obviously, Home Alone is sort of our childhood best movie that we watched, Christmas movie. Which is crazy because I'm upsetting it with Bad Santa.
I will give you
the
this.
first time I saw Bad Santa, I thought it was so funny. I mean, it's not just like a funny Christmas movie, obviously. It's just a great, funny movie. And I just watched this the other night also, actually.
You are letting it cloud your judgment.
So
have you not
funny.
watched? Well, I will also say Home Alone probably doesn't hold up to repeat viewings, especially as you get older.
I don't know. I mean, I watched that a few years ago, too. That wasn't... I mean, it's still really good, but I don't know. I liked Bad Santa. I liked his character transition, and by the end of it, he does realize what Christmas is all about.
So there's a lesson in there for everybody.
Somewhere buried.
And I guess
deep
if you
beneath.
were to pick which one was more of a Christmas movie, Home Alone. I mean, it is Christmas, and
Right.
it ends with a Christmas scene and stuff.
But
and
it's
that's why
more
the family's
about just a
gone.
kid being crazy.
Yeah, but as they later proved, or I guess failed to prove with those future movies, is that it really doesn't matter what time of the year it was.
I think the future ones are also around Christmas, though.
Is the third one even with the different kid?
Yeah.
Oh,
it
okay.
is.
Well,
So theory rejected.
Well, but those movies were terrible, though. Well, at least the third one.
Yeah,
But
I liked it.
Yeah,
I
I'm
liked
okay
it.
with Bad Santa winning this.
I like the third one, but
Okay, all right. That's better not show up on the bracket later. A little other kid besides. I never saw the third one. I can't speak for that.
All
No, I
right.
saw part of it. He drives a remote car and
Yeah.
he spies on people. It was a lot more NSA style.
There's a lot more of a story behind that one. That's the deepest story.
Not
Plot
bad.
twist.
I'm sure.
Okay, go ahead. Introduce the next one.
Okay, the next. And so on that one, Bad Santa. For those keeping along,
We don't have to keep the same one necessarily. Well, whatever.
Okay, for everyone who went online and printed off their own bracket so that
Yeah.
they could play along with home.
Okay.
And judge their friends.
Okay, put in Bad Santa.
Yeah, Bad Santa wins. So the next competition, Muppet Christmas Carol.
Yeah.
Marley and Marley, our hearts were painted black. We should have known our evil deeds would put us both in shackles.
And A Christmas Story.
What is it? What is it? Oh. What is it?
I can't put my arms out.
Which I feel like this one hurts me because, boy, I should have reworked this bracket and just stuck these two somewhere else. Because A Christmas Story, I think is, after Christmas Vacation, and it was actually probably the kind of the one in between Charlie Brown Christmas as far as just the Christmas classic.
Right.
It's the other one I was referring to when I said it's on all the time.
Yeah.
During Christmas. But Muppets Christmas Carol, that was a kids movie I watched all the time.
Yeah.
And I loved everything Muppets. I think.
Yeah.
I don't think it's
That
rare.
Yeah,
but-
I definitely put Muppet Christmas Carol.
Oh, you're giving it the nod.
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
That movie was so great. That one and the Muppet Treasure Island.
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
I agree. All the Muppet movies are awesome.
Yeah.
A Christmas Story is great, though. I mean, I'm not denying it, but
No, I can.
I don't know.
If we're gonna do the unpopular upset, I can vote for Muppet Christmas Carol.
Okay,
I
there we
really
go.
like that.
Good.
Christmas Story is great, classic.
Yeah.
all those scenes are iconic. But maybe Christmas Carol's more of a forgotten gem that needs to
Yeah, I
get
think so,
credit
too.
some way.
Well, do you want to just stay on that side and we could talk about those picks that we just had then? So we have Christmas Vacation versus Elf. What are we going with on that
Christmas
one?
Vacation.
I put Elf.
You
but-
put Elf. You put Elf on that movie. I was fine with letting it beat Charlie Brown Christmas.
I'm sorry.
But at a certain point, this little charade has to stop.
I know.
We have to recognize.
Okay, well, let's put Christmas Vacation
All right.
then. And then...
If you pick Bad Santa over Muppet Christmas Carol, in your cynical heart,
okay. What do you want to go with here?
I think it's.
I
pretty
put Bad Santa.
good.
but-
Oh, you've got to be kidding me! Over Muppet Christmas Carol.
Let's put Muppet Christmas
Okay,
Carol.
all right.
I can get behind on that
At the end
one.
of the day, I got what I wanted. I got Muppet Christmas Carol to the final four.
All right, so our final two on that side are Christmas Vacation and Muppet Christmas Carol, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Let's go on to the next bracket and we'll come back just so we can
Clear, yeah.
let everyone think about it.
Think about those two. For
Yeah,
a
you
little
can
bit.
pause the podcast, debate with your friends.
Yeah.
Just,
Go ahead.
you know,
No,
ma-
pause it. Seriously.
We'll wait.
We'll wait. All right. What'd your friends think? Did they think it was pretty? Okay.
Yeah.
They
I
liked-
hope.
they liked it. Okay.
Jimmy's cheating, by the way.
Yeah.
He looked off your bracket.
Now let's get into this next side a little bit.
All right.
This is where things get pretty interesting because we have
I think
one
it's
of
because this
the,
side is way worse than the other side.
Yeah, because what happened was we thought of all of our best movies. We're like, oh, we'll just throw all those in. We'll keep thinking of best movies. And
It's
then we go
gonna
to the other
easily-
side and we're like, hold on.
There's going to be no problem having 16 strong
Let's throw it.
contenders.
On the other side, we started thinking of sequels. Things got really crazy. So, well, I'll still say we still have a number one seed definitely on this side.
Oh, yeah.
It's a Wonderful Life.
Yeah, okay. I thought you were going to say something else. That was-
I just might, so hold on to your britches.
oh, boy.
So, our first matchup on this side is It's a Wonderful Life
Merry Christmas, movie home! Merry Christmas, Emporium!
versus Home Alone 2.
I'm gonna give you to the count of three to get your lousy, lying, low-down, four-flushing carcass out my door.
What do you think?
As far as I think the winner, in my opinion, is obvious as It's a Wonderful Life. As far as just sheer classic, okay, you gotta be I was about to be nice here to Home Alone.
Okay,
2,
here's
but-
the problem. Home Alone got rejected by me by Bad Santa, putting that through. On the other side,
That was your call.
So-
I voted for Home Alone.
so I had to put a Home Alone through. And Home Alone 2, I think, is really funny.
That's like doesn't it end with the man in the park, the trash man or whatever, beating up people, or the bird man, or
You're getting the two bums mixed up from both movies.
wait. Okay, so is there a bum in each movie that helps?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Is there a bum in the third movie that helps?
No, in the
Because that's in the suburbs. That'd be a
the
little
third
weird.
movie, it's more of a bird.
Okay.
Same sort of premise, though.
So in the
bird
fourth one,
teaches
it's
them
just
a life lesson.
yeah.
I don't know if there's a fourth one.
There
probably is. I'm sure there is.
Someone has
but-
made it, but
All right, what are we going with on this one? It's a Wonderful Life.
I think Critical Appeal, It's a Wonderful Life is the better movie.
Okay,
If you want to put Home Alone 2 through,
let's do It's a Wonderful Life.
all right.
I'd feel terrible if we don't
That's-
put at least one good classic through.
The one possible contender on this bracket.
This is where stuff is going to get real fun. Okay.
Any one of these could be the champion.
Okay, go ahead. Introduce this one.
Okay, next up we have A Nightmare Before Christmas. And then you just wrote Grinch. My question is, which Grinch are we talking about?
The only Grinch that matters, baby.
The classic
Jim
anime.
Carrey.
Oh, no.
Come together, Christmas clock. Oh, young, big, small.
That movie.
Uh,
What era were you watching Grinch and Bad Santa and pretending that these were movies that were classics?
What, you're telling me when you were like a preteen going through those awkward years, like the Grinch didn't get you through some awkward Christmas moments?
Yeah, I bonded with Grinch. I was like, we're both, furry and green. And
I don't
we
know. That
quite
movie is
belong.
so funny.
Grinch?
That can hold up, I think.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't really like Grinch. I love the class. If it were the animated one, I'd be voting that one through pretty far, just as far as I think that's a great one. Night Before Christmas, I like it, but, if it loses to Grinch, I won't be that upset. Cause...
Well, guess what? Spoiler alert, it does. The Grinch is going through.
That's fine. We'll let that. If Grinch beats One for Life.
Okay, let's move on to our next one.
All right, next on the list, we have The Santa Claus
When you put on the suit, you fell subject to the Santa Claus.
The Santa Claus?
What does that mean? It means you put on the suit, you're the big guy.
and Polar Express.
Like bells in the distance.
Okay, now we both kind of talked about this. I don't think I've ever seen Polar Express either. And mind-blowingly, you haven't seen the Santa Claus.
I've seen parts of the Santa Claus. I've
Okay.
seen the scene where he gets he turns back into Santa and he turns from Santa, and
You're describing the movie.
I just don't.
The whole plot of the movie.
I've seen the entire movie.
So you've seen the whole plot. Okay,
I've
good.
seen it, and I just never.
Yeah, Polar Express. I think we only put this on here just because we thought people might be like, they liked that movie for some reason. I don't know.
I will say this: Polar Express. That
Tom
movie,
Hanks.
yeah,
Tom Hanks.
yeah. I never liked the art style of Polar Express, like that sort of graphical style.
Yeah.
There's been some other movies more recently that kind of have that same thing. It's just like this weird,
Like CG fake.
yeah. It
thing.
doesn't have enough of a cartoony style to it. It's like they're trying to look too realistic,
Yeah.
but they're not. I don't know. It just looks bland. And
In this matchup, you know who we have, don't you?
oh, you tell me.
Buzz Lightyear versus Woody.
Can we put Toy Story on here instead?
Yeah.
Is it Christmas at any point in that series?
Don't think so.
That's just tragic.
But I definitely would go for the Santa Claus on this one. What about you?
That's fine. I haven't seen Polar Express. If I'd watched it, I feel like I probably would have voted that it had Santa Claus. I don't like either of these movies. Well, I don't like one and I haven't seen the other. But Santa Claus is fine.
Santa Claus is good.
Yeah.
Now, this was sort of scraping the bottom of the barrel on this last one. Okay, well, I mean, we probably got another, like, what a lot of people would consider a number one seed right here.
Yeah.
Although I've only seen a couple times and never really had any fond memories of it.
It's always the kind of the Christmas movie you watch over at like grandma's house. Or
Yeah,
something
and you're
that.
like, I just want to be watching The Grinch. Am I right?
yeah. Yeah, how old are you watching? How old were you when The Grinch came out to where you couldn't control your own movie viewing?
I don't know.
Stuck at grandma's again.
Okay, in this last matchup, we have The Miracle on 34th Street
These letters have just now been delivered to Mr. Kringle by bona fide employees of the post office.
versus Die Hard.
Yeah, it's
Okay, well, I guess Die Hard takes place during Christmas.
It's Christmas.
Yeah.
It's a little. I would put
It's obviously like a 16 seed though.
I would put Die Hard as far as relevance to Christmas, somewhere around that. Somewhere around the Home Alone and Jingle the Way area, where you could
definitely disagree.
No, as far as like not as far as like how much it needs Christmas to be involved.
Oh, okay.
Like Home Alone, as we kind of talked about.
Yeah.
Jingle the Way, I guess, is mostly about Christmas, but that movie could also just be set in the middle of July and it'd be about as good as it is.
So we're gonna put 34th Street.
Yeah, I think that deserves it.
That,
Die Hard's a great movie.
That makes sense. Yeah.
But
Well, let's get into this a little bit.
All right.
It's a Wonderful Life
versus Grinch.
Versus the Grinch.
Oh, God.
And this is the Jim Carrey Grinch. Don't forget it.
Oh, I can't.
What do you think?
I think it's
obvious, right? It's obvious.
I don't want to hear what you want.
The Grinch.
That movie does not stand up to any scrutiny.
Okay, you know what? After we're done recording this, we are watching The Grinch together.
I'm leaving if that's the plan.
Okay.
I would have sooner voted for Elf than The Grinch if it were those. I think those two movies are similar to me. They're bad versions of Christmas movies featuring comedians not at their best.
Yeah, you're definitely wrong. I strongly disagree on that one.
I gave it some thought, and you're wrong.
Okay, what do you want to put through?
You
make the call on this one.
I make the call on this one?
Yeah.
I'll let you make the call on the next bracket because I don't care about either of those two movies. I feel like you're letting me make the call here because you're going to want it in return later.
Yeah, you're right. You're a smart guy.
When you try and... Well, I think I like that. I would pick A Wonderful Life. I think that's a better movie. It's not...
Let's put it through,
as far as, classic movies that you watch today, it holds up a lot better than Miracle on 34th Street. So, and it fills that need of it's a really great classic Christmas movie.
Well, okay, you heard it. You heard it, folks. Now let's get into this one a little bit. Santa Claus versus 34th Street. Santa Claus.
Sure.
It's a runaway, right?
I'll let you have
Tim
that.
Allen, folks, come on.
He's
right in his peak of his cocaine induced coma that he was going through.
Movie career,
yeah. Okay. We have our final four.
Let's run back through them for the audience.
You tell me.
Let's see if I remember these. Christmas Vacation.
Yep.
Muppet Christmas Carol.
Okay.
It's a Wonderful Life.
Okay.
The Santa Claus.
You say that last one like you're so disappointed.
That does not belong. Look, it was okay when it went through its bracket. Well, it wasn't anything too egregious. But the fact that it's a final four when, say, Charlie Brown Christmas and A Christmas Story.
Nah, forget all those.
You know what? I don't think it's going to be much of a concern because I don't think it's going to be one of the semifinalists. But I guess we'll find out. You're giving me that look every time. Every time I just make an assumption, I look up from the mic and you're there,
you're wrong. Okay, so we got Christmas Vacation versus Muppet Christmas Carol. This is a tough one.
I just want to save this one to the end because it's the best.
Let's come back to it then.
Let's come back to it.
All right, so we got the Grinch. Wait, what are we doing?
No, the Grinch was eliminated.
Oh, right, okay. It's a Wonderful Life versus the Santa Claus. It's just so
Tell
hard
me
to
why the
convince you
Santa
because
Claus.
You haven't seen the Santa Claus.
If you really believe that the Santa Claus is a better Christmas movie than A Wonderful Life, I will have to defer to your judgment. The fact they made 3 Santa Claus movies.
Okay, you can't go off with the other two. It's just not fair.
I haven't seen those either, but I can't imagine.
Okay, the first one is just so good. And so heartfelt.
Is it heartfelt?
Yeah.
Does it make you cry?
Oh, yeah.
So does he end up being Santa at the end of it?
Yes.
That's how he's able to stay?
No, at the end of the first one, he's like, nah, I'm not doing this. But they still did 2 more about him.
That's what I was going to ask.
And then the second 2 are just him doing lawyery stuff or something. It had nothing to do with Santa.
It's like Tim Allen as Santa goes back to college.
And
I think
it's crazy.
I think I might have actually seen the Santa Claus because I'm kind of remembering him like giving up the suit at the end,
and he falls off the roof,
and he gets fat, and he's like, because I know that commercial, and he's like, oh, just keep putting on weight, and all that. Yeah.
And he keeps shaving every time he looks back up at the mirror.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so funny.
Yeah, those sight gags just sound. They're about as funny as they sound. Me describing them.
Are you kidding me? What are we doing here?
If you want, I'll let you have this pick.
Come on, give me the other pick too.
I want the final pick. It's the only thing I care about because it's the Santa Claus.
No, what's going to happen is here, I'm picking the Santa Claus. Now you're going to pick the next one, and then I'm going to pick the
You're not going to... I can't let you pick the Santa Claus as the greatest...
I can't let you do that to Christmas. You're ruining Christmas.
The war on Christmas starts here. And ends with Pop Culture's Dumb's bracket offense to Christmas.
Okay, I'm picking the Santa Claus. I'm putting it through to the finals.
Oh, man. Play that music. Play the finals music.
Finals music and play.
All right. That was good.
I love that finals music.
Boy, that's going to be... I mean, that sounded great. All right, so in the East, we got Christmas Vacation, Muppet Christmas Carol.
Yeah. Come on, do the right thing here. You know what the right thing is.
I know what the right thing is. See, unlike Zack, I recognize when there's a right answer, and I take out.
Obviously, it is Christmas Carol. Oh,
whoa! Are you with me if we go for Christmas Carol?
You're gonna like kill me, but I put Christmas Carol #1 overall winner.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll take that.
Really?
So you're not gonna fight it for the Santa Claus?
No, so are we really having our final two movies? Muppet Christmas Carol versus the Santa Claus? All right, I like that.
I'm okay with that. Christmas Vacation is great. I take back everything I was building up saying how I'll do the right thing because this is our podcast.
And we do what we want.
I love Muppet Christmas Carol.
So our winner is Muppet Christmas Carol.
All right, good. So we're not even going to pretend that it's going up against the Santa Claus in this instance.
No, it obviously slaughtered Santa Claus.
Okay, all right. Thank goodness.
So many good things about Muppet Christmas Carol. Let's get into those good things.
Okay.
#1,
Muppets.
#2,
Gonzo.
Okay. No, I wasn't going to go there, but okay. Gonzo, #2. I like it.
Great.
#3.
The Death Christmas feature, really scary.
It was pretty scary, wasn't
it?
That
was really,
as a kid,
really
that was really scary. That was like the perfect interpretation of that.
Yeah. It was
really good.
You got the kids watching the whole fun Christmas movie the whole time with the moral, and you just scare them at the end.
Very, very good. Okay, so #5, obviously Michael Caine.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
As Scrooge.
That was great.
#6, what do you think?
I was just like the way they translate. I mean, just taking the Muppets and just seeing how they shoehorn them into various characters. Into
Spanish, like
how they translate the Muppets with their personalities into their other roles, which is the whole point of these Muppet themed movies. Like
they do. Yeah, they do a great job. Like Kermit's frog playing Tiny Tim.
Yeah,
so sad.
That was the saddest thing too. Why were those so like heart wrenching movies?
I don't know. Yeah.
Someone knows the name of the big Muppet. He's like one of the human-sized ones. He plays like a giant kind of troll guy.
Yeah, he's the one isn't he Christmas Present? I think he is. He's the one, or maybe Christmas Past.
I don't remember. I didn't remember if he was just a background character or not, but
no, he was the big. Yeah, he was the one he was one of the Christmas Past or Christmas Present.
Okay, all right.
He was pretty good. Yeah,
I like him. I always like that guy. I like this. I like the. Oh, man.
Muppet Christmas Carol, #1 overall.
It's clearly.
I mean, it's obvious. Yeah.
You have the two old men, who are my favorite.
What were they in that one? I don't remember.
They were the business partners, ghosts that come back and they're playing
Jacob Marley or whatever.
Yeah.
Bob Marley's son.
Statler and Waldorf, is that their name? I believe, right?
The Muppets' name.
Yeah,
I think so.
Those are, despite me not being able to immediately recall their names, those are probably some of my favorite Muppets of the entire show. You can still just go on YouTube and look up compilation Statler and Waldorf.
I remember on Muppet Christmas, or not Muppet Christmas, Muppet Treasure Island. They're the things on the front of the boat, aren't they?
That sounds about right. They're the women's statues or the mermaid statues. Yeah, they're them ripping on everything going on in like this weird fourth wall breaking style is one of the best things.
Wow. can't believe we came to that conclusion, but we did.
I think the public will agree with us once they just kind of understand where we were coming from. That I had to put a bullet in Grinch, Elf, and the Santa Claus in order to.
So, what movie coming out this year on Christmas are you looking forward to?
Maybe coming out on Christmas, or like the Christmas movie to go see, because my family doesn't always do that, but we do sometimes.
I usually do that too. I mean, my family, I think a couple of years ago was when Les Mis and Django or something came out. I think
did Django, yeah.
We saw Les Mis, and then
movie.
the next day saw Django. Yeah, very weird Christmas movie. The Unbroken, I think that looks pretty good. The Angelina Jolie directed movie. That
when I was first watching the trailers, I try to kind of keep away from reading up too much or watching a lot of long form trailers. Yeah, just kind of like to be surprised about what's coming out. When Unbroken first, I was watching, it was just a TV trailer, but it seemed a little longer than normal. At first, I just thought this looked kind of like a throwaway, uninteresting movie, and then it looks like it gets pretty intense. And it was like rated PG-13.
Yeah, all the shark stuff, and then in the camps and everything. Yeah,
I was thinking it was going to be like a war horse or something, some sort of like PG, like just family pride in yourself, pride in America, whatever movie. But I'm interested in seeing that.
No, I think it looks pretty good.
I would say, I think 2 years ago we saw the first Hobbit movie, my family and I.
Oh yeah,
we were huge Tolkien fans. Grew up reading that. That was my bedtime story, which was weird because it was like the Lord of the Rings. So it was. Yeah. We'd read half a chapter of Two Towers. It'd be pretty intense, but I'll have more to say about that later. But I watched the first Hobbit movie and wasn't blown away, and I haven't seen the second one yet. I want to get the extended edition.
Yeah, I watched like half of the first one and kind of dropped out on that one.
Yeah, it's. We can do a longer thing on that. Maybe if we both see the second one, we can see the third movie, and
because the third one comes out
I think it's this Friday.
Yeah, which. Okay.
Or sorry, not this Friday. It came out. Yeah. Last Friday.
Yeah.
Because this podcast is recorded the day it comes out.
Yeah.
Don't you know?
Just like how everything works.
Yeah.
It's all live.
Jimmy Fallon, he's acting right in front of you for his show. But anyway, those are... I'll have to look at... What are some other movies that are coming out?
I don't remember, really.
Hobbit, Interstellar still will be trickling around in theaters.
I'm sure that will be playing still. What else did I recently see?
I don't know. We'll have to see what there is. And we'll follow. We'll let you know which ones we saw on one of our next episodes.
And if there's one that you think we should see, you better hit up that Twitter.
Yeah. Let us know because we'll have plenty of time. And but I guess in the meantime, hope everybody has a great Christmas. And
have a great Christmas, folks.
Whatever holiday you're celebrating.
You celebrate?
Yeah, I know. I'm working the day after Christmas and Christmas Eve.
Are you really?
Yeah, my job does. We don't get those days off.
Man.
I'm planning on it not being so bad because my experience last year was that 85% everybody else takes the day off. Yeah, so it's kind of sitting.
So you just run around the office all
day?
Yeah,
we just play games.
Off. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Play like just wrapping up people's stuff in Christmas packages and pouring soup everywhere. Fun little gags like that.
Close off, pose off.
Yeah, we have a close off, pose off. That's just required.
But everybody have a great holiday season. Check back next week for our New Year's special episode where we will be counting down the top 14 pop culture references of the year, in our opinion.
No, it's the
right answer. Oh, okay, it's the fact. Okay, I'm sorry.
That's the way our lists work. They're our opinions until we release them in list form.
And if there is a Christmas movie that you think should have been added onto the list,
I don't know how you can because we had such a strong field of contenders.
Yeah, of course. But if you do have one, tweet us at popcultureisdumb, no B, on that dumb.
Yeah, it's going to get tired fast.
Yeah.
Maybe they can give us an extension.
Come on, Twitter, give us an extension. I know you're listening to this.
Be cool, bruh. You can check out our website, which we mentioned earlier, www.popcultureisdumb. It'll look even better.
.com.
Well, just Google it.
Yeah.
Everyone is going to be just Googling Pop Culture's Dumb and clicking on it. Hopefully it's the top result in Google. I haven't even thought about checking that. You probably should.
Yeah.
We have an Instagram. Our username is also just Pop Culture's Dumb.
Yeah.
Facebook page, same thing. You can find these. Go to our website. We have links to all of them.
You people are smart. You can find this stuff.
Yeah, if you're listening to this, if you listen to a show about pop culture in 2014, hopefully you know how to use the internet.
And if not, we can show you.
Yeah, if not, just drive on by to Zach's house and
we'll teach you how.
Bring your Macintosh and we'll show you how it works.
Well, it's been fun. I hope everybody has a great holiday, and we will see you soon. For Pop Culture is Dumb, I'm Zach Eagles.
I'm Jackson Miller.
Have a great holiday.
Hey, hey, hey.